Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to make a bracelet today, and I'm going to use some of the beads that came in the Potomac Beads Treasure Edition subscription box for October 2025. It's called Lavender Latte. I'll put a link in the description box below to the page where you can go and read about both of their subscription boxes and sign up if it's something that you're interested in. So in here I have the 4mm Potomac Crystal Bicone beads. The color is Tanzanite AB that were in the box. And here I've got the SuperDuo beads that were in the box. It was called an October mix. It's a mix of colors. These are the Azuki seed beads that were in the box. The color, they're 11/0s, and the color is Vintage Rose. And then I have some 15/0 and just a few 11/0 Miyuki seed beads. These are Duracoat Galvanized Gold from my stash. I've got a couple of Wire Guardians, a couple of 5mm jump rings, and a little magnetic clasp here that I'm going to use. It is sticking to my beading awl. I'm going to be using my 6-pound fire line in smoke and a size 12 beading needle. I think that's everything. I'll try to find links and put links to everything I'm using that didn't come in the box in the description box below. So hold on, I get some of this out of the way. Okay, I've got some of my beads out here now. I've got my 11/0s, my 15/0s, my Bicones, and my SuperDuos. I don't need my 11/0s yet. I'm just going to use them when I put my Wire Guardian on. And I've got a stop bead, and I'm leaving about a 12-inch tail so I can come back and put my Wire Guardian on this end when I'm done. When I very first started making videos, one of my very earliest videos, I made a sort of a netted rope bracelet. And when I made that, before I made it, I showed several examples of some bracelets that I had made, netted rope bracelets that I had made over the years using different kind of beads, different size beads and all that. And I showed one where I used SuperDuos. And I had a lady recently ask that I do a video on one using SuperDuos, so that's what I'm doing. I thought that would be a good use of these pretty mix of SuperDuos that came in the Potomac box this time. So I've got my beads are going to go away. Y'all won't be able to see them, but I've got 3 of the Bicones separated by 11/0s, and I'm going to pull them down here in my stop bead. And then I'm going to go around all the beads again. And then I'm going to go back through the first Bicone to turn them into a circle. That 3 Bicones with 11/0s between. And now I'm going to go into the 11/0. This is a little bit hard to hold on to at first because there's just not much to hold on to. So now I'm going to pick up 3 15/0s, 1 11/0, and 3 15/0s. And I'm going to go from this 11/0 around this Bicone into this 11/0. Make that little netting around that Bicone. I'm going to do that again. 3 15/0s, 1 11/0, and 3 15/0s. And I'm going to go around this next Bicone into the next 11/0. And now I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to push my stop bead out of the way here. pick up 3 15-0s, 1 11-0, and 3 15-0s. I'm going to go into that last, or that first, the 11-0 I started in here. I've got that little netting around all of my bicones now. Now I'm going to go up into these 3 15-0s and into the 11-0. And now I'm going to take 3 of my SuperDuos, and this is a mix of colors, so I'm not going to worry about what colors I'm picking up. So I'm going to kind of push this up into a, trying to make it into a tube here. Pick up one of my SuperDuos. I'm going to look as I go and make sure the holes are clear, because sometimes you can get one that one of the holes is stopped up. It doesn't happen very often, but sometimes it does with any of the multi-hole beads, and so you want to make sure that it's not stopped up. Now I'm going to go from this 11-0 into this 11-0 at this peak of the netting that I made. And then I'm going to turn it around here, pick up another SuperDuo, make sure it's got clear holes, yeah. And then I'm going to go into the next 11-0 at the peak, where I made that little peak with the 3 15-0s and the 11-0 in between the 3 15-0s, the 2 sets of 3 15-0s. Now I'm going to pick up another SuperDuo, and I'm going to go into the next 11-0, which is the one I started in. I'm going to go on through that same hole of the SuperDuo that I put on, the first one that I put on. Now I'm going to go around all that again to tighten it up. So I'm going to go through the 11-0s and the SuperDuos, through the same holes of the SuperDuos. Till I get around all 3 of them. I think I'll go through the 4th one. Go through the first one again. Now I'm just going to jump up here into the second hole of the SuperDuo. And I'm going to put an 11-0 between all these second holes of all these SuperDuos. Just putting an 11-0 between all the SuperDuos. And then I'm going to go around all those again too to tighten everything up. I'm going to keep going until I'm coming out of one of my 11-0s. Pull everything tight. Now I'm going to do another netting like I did at the beginning here. So I'm going to do 3 15-0s, 1 11-0, and 3 15-0s. And I'm going to go into the next 11-0 on the other side of that SuperDuo. I'm blurring or not. Might need to not be so close. Now I'm going to do 3 more 15-0s. An 11-0. 3 more 15-0s. And I'm going to go into the next 11-0 between the SuperDuos. Now I'm going to do 3 more 15-0s. An 11-0. And 3 more 15-0s. And I'm going to go into the 11-0 I started in on this round. Now I'm going to go up the next 3 15-0s. And into the next 11-0 at the peak there. And this time I'm going to put in Bicones between the little 11-0s at the peak. I'm going to pick up a Bicone, go into the next 11-0 at the peak of my netting. Pick another Bicone, go into the next 11-0. Another Bicone. Go into the 11-0 I started in. I'm going to go on into that Bicone and the 11-0 behind it, because I want to go around all these again to tighten everything up. I'm coming out of one of my 11-0s. So that's what I've got so far. I'm going to do my netting again. I'm going to do 3 more 15-0s. An 11-0. And 3 15-0s. I'm going to go from this 11-0 to the 11-0 on the other side of the Bicone. And I'm going to do 3 15-0s. An 11-0. And 3 15-0s. Going to the other side of the 11-0 on the other side of that Bicone. I'm going to do 3 15-0s. An 11-0. 3 15-0s. I'm going to go into the 11-0 I started in on this round. And now I'm going to step up by going up into these next 3 15-0s and the 11-0. Now I'm going to put in my SuperDuos this time. Just going to pick up a SuperDuo and put one between all of the 11-0s at the tip of my little arches that I made here. this is the one I started in. Now I'm going to go around all that again to tighten it up. So I'm just going to go through all the SuperDuos and the 11-Os, staying in the same holes. And I'm going to go into my just the SuperDuo. And now I'm going to step up by hopping up here into the second hole of my SuperDuo. Now I'm going to put an 11-O between all the second holes of my SuperDuos. And I'm going to go around all these again. And I'm going to come out of one of my 11-Os. Then I'm going to do my netting again. Do 3 11-Os. I mean 3 15-Os, an 11-O, and 3 15-Os. Go into the next 11-O on the other side of that SuperDuo. Three 15-Os, 11-O, 3 15-Os, going into the 11-O on the other side of that SuperDuo, 3 15-Os, 11-O, 3 15-Os, and go into the 11-O I started this round in. And I'm going to see if I can get up under those 3 15-Os too while I'm at it. There we go. To do my step up. Now I'm going to go into the 11-O. Now I'm going to do 3 bicones this time. I'm going to put a bicone between all of these 11-Os at the little peaks. Now I'm going to go around all those again, all the bicones and the 11-Os. And we'll come out on my 11-Os. That's what I've got so far. And now I'm going to do my netting again, and then I'll do the SuperDuos. And I'm just going to keep doing that, alternating between the bicones and the SuperDuos until I get the length that I want. And when I get the length that I want, I'll come back and we'll put the wire guarding on. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got the length that I want now. And now I'm going to put on one side of my wire guardian. And I ended with one of my units with my bicones. So I'm going to pick up 4 11-ohs. This is why I had the 11-ohs, just to do the clasping part. I'm going to pick up 4 11-ohs, one of my bicones, and 1 11-oh. And I'm going to go through my wire guardian. Now I'm going to go around the other channel of my wire guardian, back into the 11-oh, back into the bicone, and back into the 11-oh under the bicone. I'm going to hold my finger over the bicone, the wire guardian, so the thread will land in the channel. Now I'm going to pick up 3 more 11-ohs, and I'm going to go into the next 11-oh around my bicone. See, I started coming out of this 11-oh. I guess I should have said that. I was coming out of this 11-oh here. And I'm going to go into the next 11-oh on the other side of that bicone. Like that. Now I'm going to go through the bicone, the next bicone, and the next 11-oh. Pick up 3 more 11-ohs, and I'm going to go up the 11-oh under the bicone, the 11-oh above the bicone, and the wire guardian. Okay, I didn't get through the wire guardian. Of course, you don't have to do it all at once, but okay, there I go, through the wire guardian. Pull all that through. So that's how I'm putting my wire guardian on. Now I'm going to go down the other channel into the 11-oh under the wire guardian. And the bicone and the 11-oh under the bicone. Just that one 11-oh. Hold my finger over the wire guardian. Now I'm going to go down. It doesn't matter any of these 3, the 3 little, I guess, legs that I've made here. I'm going to go down right here, these 3. And I'm going to look and see which side of this 11-oh I started in, which is the bottom, and I'm going to go on the top here. Now I'm going to go through this 11-oh, this bicone and the next 11-oh. And then I'm going to go back up these 3, up the 11-oh under the bicone, the 11-oh above the bicone, and the wire guardian. Back around the wire guardian. Back into the 11-oh above the bicone, and the 11-oh under the bicone. I'm going to hold my finger over the wire guardian. Now I'm going to go down the leg that I haven't been down yet. So that would be this one. So I'm going to go down these 3 11-ohs. And then I'm going to look and see which side of this 11-oh I came out of, and it was the top, so I'm going to go in the bottom here. So that's how I've got my wire guardian on there. So now I'm going to go down through here and tie 3 half-inch knots and end off my thread, and then I'm going to put a needle on my tail thread and put the other side of my wire guardian on just the same way I did this one. And then I'll go ahead and put my clasp on. So when I come back, I'll be done and we'll see what I've got. So I'll be back. Okay, there's my bracelet all done, made with some of the beads that came in the October 2025 Potomac Beads Treasure Edition subscription box called Lavender Latte. This is a really easy bracelet to make. I think this is one of the first stitches I learned how to do when I first started learning how to do bead weaving. It's really easy. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description box below to the page on the Potomac Beads website where you can go and read about both of their subscription boxes and subscribe if it's something that you're interested in. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry and some grab bags of extra beads that I have. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Take care.